Hello students of class 9. See, this is your textbook poems and short stories. In this just a poem I have started poem number 4 after BLENHEIM. Let's see the text of this poem. See, this is the poem number 4 after BLENHEIM, composed by Robert Southey. Here this is the picture of old Casper and his grandchildren. Here grandchildren name is Wilmini and here Peterkin. Let's see the text. Yes, poem number 4 after BLENHEIM, composed by Robert Southey. See the text. It was a summer evening. Old Casper's work was done, and he before his cottage door was sitting in the sun. And by him sported on the green his little grandchild Wilmini. This is in this first stanza, though, the poem at once makes the setting of the story clear. It was a summer evening, and old man Casper, having finished his day's work, was sitting before his cottage. His little granddaughter Wilmini was playing near him on the green grass. Here, the situation described here is commonplace, familiar, nothing is spectacular, right? She saw her brother Peterkin rolling something large and round, which he beside the rivulet playing there had found. He came to ask what he had found. That was so large and smooth and round. The stanza second. The little girl Wilmini saw her brother Peterkin rolling something that was large and round. Peterkin had discovered the thing by the side of a rivulet while he was playing there. He came back home to know what that thing was. He came back to what that thing was. Old Casper took it from the boy who stood expectant by, and then the old man shook his head, and with a natural sigh, "It's some poor fellow's skull," said he, "who fell in the great victory." And this stanza third. Old man Casper took it from Peterkin, who stood expectantly for the answer. He looked at it, shook his head in sorrow and sigh. He said that it was somebody's skull. The person must have died in the battle fought at BLENHEIM. He called the battle a great victory. Being a Bavarian who sided with the English, he was proud of the victory won by the English. I find them in the garden, for there's many here about, and often when I got to blow, the plowshare turns them out. Now, in a sense of four, the old man added that he found a number of skulls in the garden because there were many skulls scattered there round. When he went to plow in his field, many skulls were dug out of the earth. It was so because thousands of men were killed in the battle of BLENHEIM. He again referred the battle as a great victory, as it was something natural and to be proud of. For many thousands men said he were slain in that victory. He said, his old Casper said that thousands of men were killed in that great victory. Now tell us what it was all about. Young Peterkin, he cries, and little Velmany looks up with wonder waiting eyes. Now tell us all about the war and what they fought each other for. Here in the stanza 5th, the young Peterkin and his sister Velmany got an access to know all about the incident. They looked up with keen eyes. They wanted to know all about the war and what they fought each other for. They wanted to know why this war why this war was fought. It was the English Casper cried who put the French to rout. But what they fought each other for, I could not well make out. But everybody said, quoth he, that it was a famous victory. See, in the stanza 6, old Casper said that it was the English who completely defeated the French. But he was not sure as to what they fought for. Here, old Casper was not sure. He didn't know about why this war was fought. He only repeated what the people generally said, that it was a famous victory. It is clear that the response of the old man was only conventional, not his own. My father lived in BLENHEIM, then yon little stream and yon stream hard by. They burnt his dwelling to the ground, and he was forced to fly. So with his wife and child he fled, nor had he where to rest his head. Now, in stanza 7, old man Casper continued to speak about the war, pointing to the nearby stream. He said that his father, his old Casper's father, used to live there at BLENHEIM. His house was burned down. He was forced to run away. Forced to run away with his wife and child. He had no place to take shelter at that time. With fire and sword, the country round was wasted far and wide, and many a childing mothers then and newborn babies died. But things like that, must be at every famous victory. Again, in stanza 8, again he is repeating that this was a grand victory. See, the whole country, the old man said, was ruined far and wide with fire and sword. Many expectant mothers and newborn children died. Ironically, the old man added that such thing must be happen to win a grand victory. Such things. Now, stanza 9. They say it was a shocking sight after the field was won. For many thousands bodies were here, lay rotting in the sun. But things like that, must be after a famous victory. Again repeated. In stanza 9, the people said that it was a ghastly sight after the battle was won. Thousands of dead bodies lay there rotting in the sun, destroying in the sun, rotting in the sun. The old man again remarked that such things must be happen in the war at every famous victory. Great praise the Duke of Marlborough won, and our good Prince Eugen. Why, it was very wicked thing, said little Wilhelmine. Nay, nay, my little girl, quoth he, it was a famous victory. See, in the 10th stanza, old Caspar then showered phrases on the Duke of Marlborough and good Prince Eugen, who won the war of the English. At that moment, little Wilhelmine's shocking response was instinctive. She remarked in disgust that the war was the most wicked thing. She could not tolerate the old man's praise for the war. Her grandfather Caspar weakly asserted that she was wrong and it was indeed a famous victory. It is here in this stanza that the poet brings out a confrontation between the conventional and instinctive responses to war. The old man's defense of war is conventional and unacceptable, whereas the child's innocent condemnation of war is natural and instinctive response and bring about the reality of the wicked thing called a famous victory by the old man. Now the last essence of this poem, see. And everybody praised the Duke who this great fight did win. But what good came of it at last? Quoth little Peterkin. Why that I cannot tell, said he, but it was a famous victory. You can see in the last stanza of the poem, here, old Caspar again referred to the public praise for the glorious victory won by the Duke of Marlborough at Blenheim. Little Peterkin, like his sister Wilhelmine, failed to appreciate the views about the war. He wanted to know what good at last came out of the war. What good? The old man was puzzled and said that he could not tell, but asserted parrot-like, as a parrot who repeated the sentence or words again and again in the same way like a parrot, he said it was a famous victory. Right? Okay, students, as I think whatever today I have explained, it's clear to all of you, and this poem is clear, and the extract of this poem will be you will find very soon in the next video. Okay.